We are back. We are back from our travels last week.
Yes, and it's good to be home. It's good to be back in front of the camera, ready to talk all things carnivore with all of our carnivore friends.
Yes, yes. So we'll just wait for a few minutes for you to file on in.
Yep.
Yeah. So where were we last
We
week?
were in Colorado. We were at my nephew's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
It was the most beautiful wedding next to our own
Mm-hmm.
that I've ever seen.
Yeah, it really was amazing. It was amazing.
Even though it was outside and it rained, there was a minor delay.
Oh, it was funny. They had given fans in case we were too hot. And so the advice was to hold them over our heads.
They were paper.
Which we all did for a little while. And then they're like, let's just wait.
But on our trip, how did we do as carnivores?
How did we do?
I just asked you.
We did most excellently. Yeah.
I think we did amazingly well
Yeah.
on Carnivore while we were gone.
You
The
said it was,
temptations were everywhere.
yeah.
I wasn't even tempted.
No, you said it was your best trip ever. You thought.
By far.
Yeah.
So we stayed at a Hampton Inn and had a breakfast buffet because I get up early as it is, and then it's an hour earlier in mountain time.
Mm-hmm.
I was up early. So I would go down to the little cafeteria area and get a cup of coffee and wait for the buffet to open. But you know what hotel buffets are full of.
Carbs.
All the carbs.
All the carbs.
But the Hampton Inn always had some sort of an egg, some sort of a meat, and they had, of course, butter
And hard-boiled eggs.
and hard-boiled eggs.
Always, yeah.
And so every morning I had like the little pre-made omelet, or I had the pre-made scrambled eggs, or the pre-made whatever that one egg was.
It was like a fried egg, hard fried egg.
And it was shaped like one anyway. Sometimes it was Canadian bacon, sometimes some sausage, sometimes regular bacon or something. So I was able to load up on that stuff.
Yeah.
Now, they did have the waffle irons there,
Oh yes.
and people used them.
Oh yes.
And the batter comes out of a spigot that you then pour into the thing. And I only know this from observation because I did not do it. And I did not eat any of them. But did they have regular waffle batter? No, they
No?
did not. They had cinnamon roll waffle batter. And let me tell you, it smelled amazing. And I was not tempted.
No.
Because I knew that's not food.
Well, I've said
That's
this,
poison.
I've said this before that I've said this ad nauseum. I've been gluten-free for like 14 years now. And I've learned to appreciate the smell of baking bread without really thinking it's food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it smells good, but it's not triggering I must eat immediately.
No, not at all.
And, you know, there was all the normal bagels and cereals and all that juice and all that stuff, but I had zero of it.
Yeah. I do have to say, we felt a little low on fat on the trip. It was a little
True.
hard to get fat because that breakfast wasn't usually that fatty, especially that Canadian bacon day.
That's pretty lean.
Pretty lean. But we did well anyway. And the first night we were there, we went to a steakhouse and ordered New York strips, which we know aren't the fattiest cut, but they trimmed all of the fat off those steaks. There was not a bit of fat to be found.
No. They weren't even good.
Well, no, they were not the best steaks by any means.
But we ate them.
Yes.
We also took a number of carnivore bars with us, which was an important fill in the corners of our appetite. At the wedding reception, they had meat, they had chicken, and they had a fillet?
Tenderloin.
A tenderloin. Also no fat.
Yeah.
But pretty tasty.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was family style. So that's all we took.
And then they had the nitrogen infused ice cream, which I did not have.
No, we did not have it. And
Instead
again,
of
not
cake.
tempted.
I thought that was an unusual choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we did great. We came back and really it was just tired from socializing and from travel, but no ill effects, none of the digestive hangover that I usually get with travel. So I'm giving myself a pat on the back.
You get a good pat on the back. You did great. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're joining us, please introduce yourself in the chat. Let us know who you are and that you're here.
Yeah. And in the meantime, I'm JJ. I'm a life coach and I eat mostly meat.
I'm Eric. I'm supposedly a novelist and I eat mostly meat. And boy, have I been eating mostly meat of late, except today.
Except today,
Yeah,
yes.
I'll tell you about that in a minute. Our
Yeah.
light went out.
Oh,
I should have recharged it.
No batteries. We lost all our pizzazz.
Yeah.
Oh. So yeah, so we're back and back to work, back at everything. It's all good.
So the title of this, if you saw the thumbnail, was Carnivore, Blood Sugar on Carnivore. And it is a topic that JJ's been dealing with for quite a while because she'd seen that creep up in blood sugar that happens with long-term carnivores, some of them.
Can happen.
Have you seen your A1C also go up?
Yes, it did.
And your morning blood sugars are going up, your fasting blood sugars?
It had.
Your all day long blood sugars?
It all had. Yes.
So what are you typically seeing?
Well, let me back up a little bit. Because
Okay.
that's what I do. No, what I'm right now, the last month or 6 weeks, I've not done much blood sugar tracking at all. But the few times I've done the morning blood sugar, once for the doctor, it's been more around 87.
Oh, that's not bad.
So then it's been good. So more recently, again, it's been good, but I've only taken maybe 3 readings in the last 6 weeks. So I don't know where I stand regularly. But prior to that, yeah, my average was above 100. And I can't remember what my A1C was. I should have looked before.
It was 5 something though.
But it was like 5.3.
Yeah, nothing terrible.
Nothing terrible, but up. And yeah.
So before everybody comments and says your blood cells live longer, A1C ratio doesn't mean the same with a carnivore. Yes. Granted, that may be true. It doesn't make us comfy with it.
No.
The other issue is that I have started tracking my blood sugar in response to being a consultation that I did, where I was the subject, not the consultant. I don't do consultations. And they said, hey, why don't you put a CGM on and just see where your blood sugar's at? And I did. And so I've got I don't know if you can see it there.
Right there.
There it is, way up there. And this is the new over-the-counter Dexcom Stelo or Stello. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's $50, except for you can only buy them in 2 packs. So it's $100.
I think that's pretty standard.
And then it communicates with an app on the phone. And then it also sends data to a web portal that you can share with a physician if they're connected into the system. So I'm doing that and I'm sharing my results with the doctor and his team. And I was very surprised because when I installed it, I started getting some high readings and I'm like, oh, I've seen this before when I've done this. And after 24 hours, it kind of goes through a self-calibration and then it comes back down to normal and it's fine. No, my blood sugar remained kind of high. And so I did a Keto Mojo test to validate it. And they were right together. And I was like, is this the truth? Is my blood sugar really at this level all the time? And it is. My blood sugar does not even get hardly below 110 overnight. And all day it's at 120, 125, 130. So clearly I am one of those carnivores that's getting this.
Yeah.
And I've been really, really diligent. And so it's interesting. I don't love it. Is it dangerous? Does it matter?
No one knows.
No one knows. If you listen to Dr. Bickman, he's like, I don't really, he has an explanation. I know he was interviewed. I know he's talked about this a number of times. He was on the 5 Minute Body.
Yep. What's she, Primal podcast now?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
And the theory was you don't need insulin to really do much. And so the pancreas gets lazy.
That was he agreed
He
with
doesn't
that?
say that
I was going to
term. He is very technical about it. But then there's some sort of glucagon release that tells the liver to make more glucose and you get this phenomenon. I know Dr. Bob Sivas has talked about insulin suppression, which is a different term for that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Although I do know that the good doctors tend to not really believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
So don't know what to make of that.
Yeah.
My ketones are very low. Sometimes they're undetectable. Sometimes it's 0.3, 0.4. So there are some being kicked up enough for the keto mojo to read.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I've seen both Maria Emmerich, I believe, or Craig, and Dr. Boz talk about that too. So they're in slightly different camps than it's your body doing it. It's no big deal. It's not exogenous, right? It's not exogenous. It's fine. So they're in slightly different camps. And one of the things that I think they both say is that elevated insulin over a long period of time is not good in general. They don't feel it's good because it's really overworking the pancreas or something along those lines. But because it's elevated all the time, it's like it's almost worse than it going up and down to them. Now, others like Dr. Barry say the flat line, which you have, is good.
Mm-hmm.
As long as there are no peaks and valleys, you're fine.
Yeah, it's flat.
It's flat.
So
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of it. Now, my insulin was undetectable in April.
Yeah.
And then in a new set of labs in June, my insulin was up to 4 or 5. So, I mean, obviously really good. And I think insulin could be a noisy number a little bit, so I don't make too much of it. But my fasting glucose, my A1C was up a little bit. So that's what prompted the whole thing, was just to try to see if I'm one of those carnivores that's having this phenomenon. Now, another question people might ask is, well, how much fat are you having versus protein?
Yeah.
Because if you're eating tons of protein, maybe that's causing you to do gluconeogenesis.
Maybe. But what's the deal with you and that?
If I eat super high fat, I feel terrible. My triglycerides go super, super high.
Yeah.
So, but I really don't feel like I'm eating low fat.
No, not low.
It's still pretty high fat.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So I remembered I had seen this video with Kelly Hogan.
Yes.
Where, let me remove this here.
Hmm.
And she talks about how she was seeing this phenomenon as well. And she did this thing where she ate some honey a couple of days in a row, spiked her insulin, or presumably her insulin, her blood sugar. And then her overnight and morning blood sugars returned way down to what she was used to seeing.
Mm-hmm.
So I did it today. I ate a tablespoon of honey.
Yes, you did.
And that was unpleasant, both in its taste, its texture, and its effects, because my glucose obviously spiked. I mean, it got to 177, which, I mean, it's not where I would normally ever see it, but not the worst peak anyone's ever experienced. And then it started to come down pretty rapidly. But man, I felt a little icky during that little spike. So will that have any effect? I guess the theory is it kind of wakes up those cells in the pancreas to say, hey, be a little more on the ball. We'll see. And maybe it would suppress that glucagon overexpression that stimulates gluconeogenesis.
Now, I know Dr. Boz, again, who knows? She has a different opinion in that if you spike your blood sugar, you've just trained your liver that's the upper limit for your blood sugar right now, and it's got to be ready to handle that. And so you have to wait. I think it's only the liver. I don't know if she talks about the pancreas too. But anyway, you have to wait for the next generation of cells to be born, to be duplicated, replicated at a lower threshold.
How long?
Like weeks.
Because I was so compliant for
I
months.
know.
So it doesn't seem like that mechanism is what's at play here.
No, but I'm just saying that she would likely see that cheat, and it was not a cheat.
It's not a cheat. It was
that dose of glucose,
18 grams of carbs.
That dose of glucose would jack up your current cells, and you'd have to wait for the new ones to be, what is it? Regenerated? Whatever. So you would be hanging on to insulin resistance for longer. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah. I don't
as
think
another theory.
I don't think that one applies to my case.
Well, you don't know because you just did it.
No, I don't think it applies to my case because I didn't follow the pattern of insulin resistance from overconsumption of carbs. I'm coming from an insulin resistance, theoretically, from never using insulin.
Right, I know.
That's a completely different
But she would say that if your blood sugars are 120s, you are still insulin resistant.
Yeah, I think.
So I'm just, it's a different approach.
Yeah, it's a different mental model.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to make of it.
No.
But it's too late. I can't uneat the honey.
No. And I support you in trying that because what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Why not try?
Yeah.
I'm just bringing in a different perspective.
Well, the reason I tried it was because it worked for Kelly.
Yes.
And I thought, well, that's all I need to know.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think it was Kelly who did that. Yeah.
So
yeah.
There we go. Let's check in with the chat.
Let's.
We have Melanie is here from Colorado.
From Colorado.
It's good to see you. Keisha's here.
We stayed, where did we, Castle Rock.
We stayed in Castle Rock.
Yes, when we were in Colorado.
And we went to a wedding in Larkspur. Hello from Minnesota. Hi, Colleen. And Subi Girl is here.
Hello.
Plates full of eggs and bacon when I go to hotels with breakfast. Yep. That's how it's done.
It was good. And our daughter loaded up on protein first thing in the morning too, which was neat to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chrissy's from Florida. Hello.
Hey.
It feels like Florida here this week. It's hot and humid. Michelle is here from Pennsylvania. It's good to see you back. Thank you for joining us. Colleen is asking, have you been also tracking ketones? I track both in the AM and the PM to see if my body is producing ketones overnight. I've done little spot checks recently, just out of curiosity. But yeah, my ketones are very, very low.
I've not been checking ever since we went on the yogurt experiment at the end of May, beginning of June. I didn't want to track a whole lot. So I haven't really tracked a lot of blood sugar, like I said, or ketones, because right now I'm working on repopulating my microbiome with these strains that are in these probiotic yogurts. And so I want to stay focused on that and not let the other stuff cause noise. But my 2-month experiment is almost up. And I'm still going to be eating the yogurt, but I'll drop back to a maintenance dose in August. So, yeah.
Colleen's been tracking BOS ratio
Yep.
and trying to keep body with ketones 0.5 or higher. If you tried fat fasting, like what Dr. BOS recommends, sardine fasting will lower glucose and raise ketones. BOS suggests that if you are not producing ketones, you are producing insulin. Yep. Well, I have done a 1-day sardine fast just to test the waters. And we did actually discuss that very topic. And I decided to eat honey instead. But it's definitely a possibility.
Yeah. Hey, that reminds me, I have a little thing I kept from you. Yeah. It's been more than 24 hours. I kept the secret so I could reveal it live here.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So I hate fish.
That's not a secret.
That's not a secret. That's not the secret. That's the worst kept secret around. No, I hate fish. Yesterday, I had 3 sardines mashed up with a little bit of mustard and some mayo. They were smoked.
I think that would burn your lungs, but okay.
No, this is huge.
That is huge. And you got them down.
I got them down. I got the smoked ones because I had tried the smoked kippers here. I think I tried them on the air with you. And the smoke covered them up a little bit. And so, yeah, I got them down. But I kind of want to thank you, Colleen. Yes.
Everybody praise JJ for what she did.
Woohoo.
She made it. She got him down.
Yeah, you left. And then I tried it. Yeah, I tried it. But yeah, I mean, I would like to have that sardine fast idea as a tool, possibly. We'll see. But that was step one.
Well, it'll be my next step if probably.
Well, you'll have more than a tablespoon, I think.
Oh yeah, I'll have cans and cans and cans.
I just had a tablespoon. It was roughly a tablespoon of goo. Yeah. But I opened it up and it had the tails and I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. But I mashed those tails in and they were fine. I barely knew they were there.
I don't know if they had tails, had fins maybe a little
No,
bit.
they had tails.
Like the whole thin tail?
Well, like two little spiky ends of the tail.
Oh, that's right. They may have that. Oh, that's funny.
I could not believe it. And the kind I bought this it's this round tin. I can't remember what the brand is, but it's round. And so I pulled it out and I bought it many weeks ago. And I'm like, okay, getting ready for the smell. And I peel and the top is like a printing of sardines. I'm like, okay. So I peel that off. No, the lid is clear plastic. So I was actually seeing the real sardines through it.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was interesting. So anyway.
We had to have a conference
Just a little
there.
conference. Yeah. So yeah, he wanted to check and I'm gonna go ahead and come out of this closet. It's not as hard as the carnivore closet. But one of the reasons that I did try the sardines as well is because Dr. Boz is getting ready to have her 21-day course, whatever that is, her 21-day course. And I've been looking at it for about a year. The timing has not been right, but I've been very interested. And when she advertised it, I was like, I think the timing is right. So I did sign up for the upcoming 21-day course. I think she doesn't give dates. I think it's September, October, somewhere in there. But we're home at that time. We're not on a cruise. We're not moving. Last year we were moving at that time. So I think it's time. And a lot of the reason is I want to do the protocol, but mostly I want to learn. She gives these nuggets in her YouTubes, but I feel like I want a bigger picture and to be able to ask questions and things. So, but again, I understand she's one perspective.
Yep. I like Dr. Boz.
Yeah.
Bluey edits. Sardines made as huevos rancheros is so good. No eggs needed. Just clean the sardines up.
Interesting.
Okay. Does anyone else have tips for sardines for JJ?
Yeah, but I felt like I couldn't even commit. I know she doesn't like force you at gunpoint or anything to do a sardine fast, but I'm like, I cannot even commit. I'm not even serious about this. This is a big investment of time and of money. I need to see if I can at least swallow a tablespoon of sardines before I press the buy button.
That's funny because I would eat 3 tins at a time just for lunch many days. I haven't in a while because I made another batch of homemade pemmican.
Oh, yeah.
And that has become my go-to little lunch every day. And I enjoy it. It is not the same as a carnivore bar in texture or flavor, but it's not that much different. And it's way cheaper, which I like.
Yeah.
And I've gotten down a bit of a process for it. So I'm liking it.
That reminds me, I forgot to tell you, you know this. I already told you my big secret of the day.
Okay.
But I didn't tell you that they did have that nitrogen ice cream at this wedding. And I brought 2 apple pie carnivore bars for our little wedding celebration.
Yeah, they were not without carbs.
No,
but it was a nice treat.
Yeah, I think they have like 14 carbs in them.
Yeah, it was a big dose.
So, yeah. So that's what we had. And you had not had one since you've had this new liking for carnivore bars. Yeah. Right? So you had one and you're like, back way back, but now you were like, oh, this is delicious.
But that's a special seasonal thing, right?
Well, it is. They lost their supplier though. So they're not sure they're going to be able to do that this coming season.
I mean, they didn't even have official labels. They were handwritten on their
Right.
label. So
Right. Yeah. So we have
it was kind of sus, actually.
we have a stash though, and yeah, we'll pull them out for
Special
occasions. Ooh, getting crazy.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, and actually, we had the rehearsal dinner, and that was at a Mexican restaurant.
Yes.
And it was a buffet. It was like a fajita buffet or a taco buffet or something.
Something like that.
So I had plates full of this spicy chicken and this seasoned beef.
Mm-hmm.
So, there was some suspicious stuff with it, but it was the choice. That chicken was so hot.
Spicy hot.
Spicy hot. It was making the people around us choke. But I got over it pretty quick.
I didn't have the chicken. You guys warned me about it, so I just had the beef.
I was so hungry. I was just eating all the meat in sight.
But again, it was another occasion that very easy at that buffet to just fill your plate with meat and not take anything else.
Yep.
It was nice. No pressures or anything. No weird looks. It was good. So let's see. Oh, yeah. Colleen says, I read Dr. Boz's book. It makes a lot of sense for my body. I am insulin resistant and have been fighting it for a long time. Yo-yo dieting it and following a starvation diet didn't help. Yeah. Yeah. I'm really intrigued because even though they all have different perspectives, and for the most part, we don't really know what's right. I love that she is the only one that I'm aware of who is really addressing that issue in that way. So yeah, I'll get a new education. I'll be happy to hear that.
Spicy mustard and horseradish.
Oh, I could see that. Then you wouldn't even taste the fish.
It's horseradish. That's like wasabi.
Yeah.
You can just blow out your taste buds entirely.
Yeah. Well, if I'm doing a sardine fast,
that's what you want to do.
That might be all these are levers.
Or we could sedate you, grind them up into a slurry and tube feed you.
That is true. That is true.
Dr. Boz says sardines have less tang than tuna.
Yeah, I've tried to convince myself that I could do it with tuna, but she keeps saying no. So what do we got? We've got the song Eat the Fat.
Eat
the fish. Yeah. We'll see. I still have the can. I had 3 of them and I was going to have 3 more today, but I kind of forgot about them.
Oh, okay.
But now I'm out of the closet, so I can pull them somewhere where I can see them.
Should we get to some of these items here?
Let's go ahead.
Which one do you want to do?
Well, I think let's start with Dr. Boz.
All right.
There's some good ones here that I could tie right.
I did not see this video.
No, you didn't. And
it's new. It's
from this week, this last Tuesday. This was her live. And it was where she first opened the cart sort of to this 21-day course. But in this, again, she drops some more nuggets that I had not heard, including the one, it was a Colleen that mentioned about ketones. And if you aren't in ketosis, you're probably producing too much insulin. And she doesn't say it quite like that. She gives the whole scientific explanation. And she also said, in the liver, there's glucose, there's glycogen. Is that right? Or is it glucagon? I always mix those up.
You're the one who saw the video.
Yeah, but you just said it.
Glucagon?
With your liver.
Pancreas?
Oh.
But my understanding is that of an idiot, so don't quote me.
Whatever the G word is, I knew it earlier this week, and now I'm not prepared. But there's that. And then the liver starts to take the fat and store the glucose and store it as chains of fat or strings of fat. And those strings of fat cannot be released until you are in ketosis.
Okay.
So the fatty liver cannot be healed unless you're in ketosis. And if you're in ketosis, of course, your body's going to use the nutritional fat before it gets to the fatty liver.
Okay.
So that is why she is so adamant about the Dr. Boz ratio and getting into a deeper level of ketosis for brain health too, for Dr. Boz.
Mhm.
But when she explained that whole thing with the liver, it just was like, oh, you don't always get this in every video, but every third video or so, I'm like, oh, that she explained that really well. Now I get what she's saying. Now I get where she's coming from. And so, yeah, this is a great video. And she talks about that insulin piece that I was talking about, where if it's elevated for too long, she has 2 different clients. One of them has a lot of spikes that she shows, and one of them just is consistently elevated.
Mhm.
And she talks about the amount of insulin that's being used by both of them.
Okay.
So yeah, it's really good.
I will watch that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Colleen. Yeah. She thought it was a really, really good video too, with those nuggets. So it's great. I have to be in the right frame of mind to watch Dr. Boz though, because I need to follow her science, which you can see falls out of my head 20 minutes later. Actually, about 48 hours later, it falls out of my head. But yeah, if I'm like distracted, I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. What'd she just say? So yeah, it's a good one.
All right.
Yeah.
Which one should we go to next?
Well, let's go to the one to the right, because this is also one that's been on my mind this week.
Let me just stop you.
Yeah.
I did not watch this one
Mhm.
because I saw laughter, tears, candy. For some reason, I didn't feel like something, and it even says trigger warning.
Yeah.
I don't want to walk into emotions.
That's the trigger alert. It's not about talking about candy.
Okay.
It's the trigger alert
Yeah,
for you is the emotion.
If there's emotions, I'm out.
But yeah. So we were just talking about your blood sugar situation and saying there are all these different perspectives and you don't know which one is right. A lot of them can't be proven exactly. You kind of have to do your experiment and see what happens. And sometimes you just have to wait. Period. It's the vitamin P patients. Well, these women got on with Kelly and talked about their recent experiences with doing what they thought they should do. So all of these women, Serena, Courtney, Jenny, have been strict carnivore at times. And things in their health got a little wonky. Many of them are just moving into perimenopause, I would guess. And things are going a little wonky. Thyroid issues is Jenny's problem. And all of a sudden, they're not getting the same results from carnivore. So they're listening to people who say, well, why don't you try adding carbs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And for some people that works. But these women talk about the fact that they are addicts, carb addicts. And so even Jenny, who kept things very tight, she's so used to doing those experiments. It's what her channel's all about. She did her 8 days on the sugar fast and was like, okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. And she'd upped her carbs before that, actually, for her thyroid in experimentation. Many months she's been eating healthy, low carb type vegetables, salads, and things for the most part. She got off that sugar diet. She was fine for the first weekish. And then all of a sudden, the sugar demon was awakened and she wanted all the things. And pretty much that's happened with Courtney. Courtney gained 10 pounds in a very short span of time and even thought about drinking again. And she's been sober for 4 years. So these addictions just woke up. Serena, we heard her at Meat Stock as well. She talked about the fact that she had learned that even if you're gluten intolerant, sometimes you can have sourdough bread. So she started having some sourdough bread and she was dealing with it fine physically, but it woke up the addiction. And so again, I think this is a great video. I'm more of a moderator. I don't feel like I have an addiction, but I think it's a really important perspective to talk about. Because we get these shoulds in our head of what we should be doing. Oh, you should add carbs. Women should have more carbs. People with thyroid problems should have more carbs. You have a weight loss style, you should have more carbs. And again, it's not a one size fits all solution. So yeah, it was just really good. And they have done sort of a follow-up conversation, adding, oh gosh, Britt, is that her name? They've done a follow-up conversation on Courtney's channel as well, where they get into it a little more. But
Well, that sounds like maybe I should watch it.
it's really, it's just another perspective, and people who are putting themselves out there, I have to give them props for that, because um I didn't tell you I started Carnivore because I thought I might fail. And I keep things very close to my chest usually when it's new, and they're out there and they're sharing their experiences, and that's not easy either, because they get a lot of haters.
Yep.
Yeah. But I think another reason this has been on my mind is just, as I mentioned earlier, I am a life coach, and it's just really important to make firm decisions using however you make decisions. So decisions aren't usually made in the head. We think we should make a pros and cons list and really weigh things out. And I think the best decisions are really made kind of from the gut or the heart, however you want to put that. But when you feel this yes in your body, this inspiration, this enthusiasm, this is it. Now, the thing is, what's going to happen a few minutes later is fear is going to come in and erase that enthusiasm or inspiration. And I'm not saying these women didn't have that. I wasn't in their heads when they thought about trying the sugar diet and trying to add carbs and whatever they did. And of course, Jenny's doing it for her channel too. She does experiments. But we really have to have that firm conviction, I think, in our bodies almost more than our heads, to keep us from being swayed by shoulds. Now, again, you can make a decision like, I'm going to add carbs, and it can be inspired and have enthusiasm behind it. That's fine. But if you're doing it just because it's a should, there's so many comments, I think I should try it. It's not a good decision for you. So I don't know. I was coming at it from the sort of the life coaching angle as well, and getting too caught up in our heads.
I have nothing to add. I think you covered it perfectly. Well, while we're on a challenging one, why don't we just go to another challenging one?
Okay.
Which I have seen.
Okay.
Maria Emmerich. I'm over being too skinny.
Yeah.
What I eat to gain muscle.
And I think this was her second one in the series. She's put out 2 in the last week, talking about her journey that she's currently embarked on. And I've mentioned before that I have taken the carnivore and keto coaching courses. That's a lot of cuz. I think they have a very valuable perspective. I think she's a leader in the industry, been around so long, her and Craig. And I was really glad to see that she is trying to put on some weight. Yeah.
So, but it was a really good insight for me to hear how impossible it was for her to see the scale number go up.
Yeah.
Because I don't love it when it goes up, but it doesn't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
Unless, all of a sudden 3 months from now, I was 10 pounds heavier and I could tell it was all fat. I'd be like, oh, I must have really slipped off the wagon. But the number never really meant that much to me.
Yeah.
I was able to be separate from it, but it seems like a really common thing that the number can't go up.
Yeah.
Especially for women.
Yeah. Especially for women. Yeah.
So it was really important, and it was helpful for me to understand the perspective, because it's just not how my brain works.
Yeah. Yeah. I told you I haven't stepped on the scale. I haven't been doing blood sugar. I've been doing no measurements on this yogurt diet because I'm in. Like I said, I made that decision. I'm doing some yogurt, and I know that I've gained a little weight since doing the yogurt and reducing fasting. I haven't been fasting lately. And my eating window has been shorter with this yogurt thing, because I put it in first thing in the morning, all this stuff. And I'm okay with that, but I still didn't want to see the number. And I'm not as tied to the scale as many women, but I want to stay firm in my decision to move through this and not be swayed by any numbers. And the numbers, whether it's blood sugar or scale, might sway me out of that decision.
Well, no, it's important perspective, because very often I'll see, don't even weigh yourself, just do measurements,
Yes.
especially early on in carnivore,
Mhm.
because we do see this phenomenon of people don't really see the scale move a whole lot. And I'm like, well, just be rational. Like, that's a thing that's,
Yeah.
but it's not that easy of a move to make, because it's so insidious. It just sits in the back of the mind. And I know how things can sit in the back of the mind and
Yes.
haunt me and make my thoughts spin. It's just, that's not the one that does it to me.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's similar.
Yeah.
I would imagine it's similar. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm really glad. I hope she does well. She has the support of her husband and her family and friends, it sounds like, and I am wishing her the best.
Jody says, had a huge fall 3 weeks ago. My raspberries in my garden are ripening. I ate 1 cup 2 days in a row with heavy cream, and it hit my right knee in painful gout. Painless now. Well,
Good. Yeah.
I'm glad you were able to recover from that.
Yes.
They are full of oxalates, right?
They are full of oxalates. And I hear you.
I
I've
know
said,
raspberry.
yeah. Now, again, I've said I am a moderator. So I literally would have, I don't know, 20 per day when they were in season. It was a pretty small dose.
A cup is a lot.
But
Yeah.
I was also monitoring to see if I was seeing any negative effects too, because I know it can happen.
Yeah, I dropped them in the yogurt, but I have not restarted the yogurt since we came back from Colorado over a week ago, or about a week ago.
Yeah.
So, and I think we were done with them before then.
Yeah, they were just at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a raspberry experience, an experiment that you won't forget, I'm sure. Yeah.
Melanie's having some cognitive dissonance around this thyroid carb connection.
Yes.
Elizabeth Bright, an expert on thyroid and adrenals, would not agree with that strategy.
Yep. I hear you. And Dr. Bright is coming out with a book. She's predicting August or September is when it will drop. That is all specifically focused on adrenal and thyroid. And again, she talks about that in her other books, but this one is going to be like the Bible for this. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, it's that other perspective coming in.
Yeah.
That's completely different. And I think Jenny would agree with you at this point too. Agree with that. She said in her discussion that they had on Courtney's channel that, adding the carbs, she did not feel any better. She felt worse, and she is off them now. And I'm not talking her sugar diet experiment. I'm talking about adding the salads and everything. It was not working. Yeah.
Melanie agrees that though our body can tell us what's good for us, at least once a person has passed the addictions.
Very good point, Melanie. Yeah, very good point.
Alan Steakman, fantastic news from Texas. We have outlawed salad because it is toxic.
Can you imagine? That is so funny.
We don't eat that in these parts. I don't know if that sounded very Texan. That's just my generic Southern accent, which I actually used to have a Southern kind of Missourian accent when I was a kid, because both of my parents were from Joplin, Missouri. And my mom especially had retained her accent.
Oh, yes.
And there's recordings of me as a very little kid with a pretty thick one.
I can't imagine. That's just,
yeah.
I can't imagine you with a little accent.
Natalie just got home from work.
Hey, Natalie.
It's good to see you.
Yes.
And Curtis is here.
Curtis. Hello.
Good to see you. Natalie says, I try not to let the scale have control over me, but when my endocrinologist reduced my T3 and I gained 5 pounds instantly.
Yeah.
I cried every morning for a week.
Yeah.
What's wrong with endocrinologists?
Well, and it's interesting because I think one of the reasons I haven't been as tied to the scale is that I knew my weight gain was always related to hormonal issues. So I didn't feel like it was a condemnation of me. But again, that said, I haven't weighed myself for several weeks because I don't want to
Yeah.
So I have a little something, not a lot of something, but I definitely have a little something with the numbers.
Steve apologizes for
Oh.
being late. We forgive you. Melanie says, I believe I know something about that new book by Elizabeth Bright.
Oh,
You've been talking to her. You know something.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Curtis says, the carnivore bars that you took, where are they made?
Were they made by you?
Oh, were they made by you or the Carnivore Bar Company? We took the prepackaged Carnivore Bar Company ones with us because we only had like a handful of crumbs from our first batch of homemade ones left. And then when we got back, I immediately made another batch.
Yeah.
With I don't know how many pounds of ground beef that was. I used all of it.
I didn't pay attention because you were doing that project. So.
And it made a pan of carnivore bars that I then cut into bars, but like an 8x10 maybe. And it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Steve says, I need to get back on the carnivore wagon. Jumped off for 6 months. Been trying Zepbound.
Oh.
I don't know what Zepbound is.
It's a GLP,
Oh,
I think.
okay. It's
Let
like
me know
Manjaro or something?
Yeah. Excellent. It seems like for those who need the GLP ones or GLP agonists, what are they? What are
GLP-1 agonists?
Yes, that's it. Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah. It seems like keto / carnivore and those going hand in hand seem like a really good strategy.
And Charlie, Darth Carnivore, is not here as far as I've seen.
He's not here.
But I think when our interview with him, which is on our channel somewhere, he used Manjaro or the other one. Ozempic for a period of time and then transitioned into keto, then carnivore, as I recall.
Yeah.
If he's here, he can correct me, but it was a good.
And Boz is into microdosing some of those. So again, I'm going to be really interested. I don't think I need them. I don't anticipate that I will be one of the ones who's recommended for that because I don't have a lot of cravings and I'm around my ideal body weight. But I'm very interested to be educated a little more on her perspective with that as well. Yeah.
Oh, and she's going to talk about that in the program, you think?
The program.
Okay.
She does. She says it is behind the paywall. Because,
okay.
Yeah. For many reasons.
Well, this is good because I don't have to enroll in her program. I can watch over your shoulder.
You can. Yeah.
And get all the info.
Yeah. But it's a big commitment. That's one of the things. She wants you there live as much as you can be.
Yeah.
And you're put in small groups, which I get because I've so done this all these years, 20 years now in my life coaching community. I know what she's doing. I've done it, but I also am like, I don't want to be in a small group. Leave me alone.
So
it's a big commitment.
As an introvert who's still recovering from being an introvert, when I was in college, I was 4 or 5, 6 times more introverted. Or you could say 1/6 as extroverted for my math friends out there. And it was the first time that I was ever put in to break into small groups to discuss the book. And then come back and at the last 15 minutes, we'll talk about it. And I remember being forced to do this and going, I didn't pay this tuition to talk to these morons. I wanted to listen to that moron. And inevitably, in the literature classes, nobody except for me had actually read it, the assignment. And so there wasn't a lot of discussion. And then there was the breakup, and you're going to do a project together.
Ugh.
That's then my nightmare is to break up into a group to do a project together. I've designed my entire life to do projects alone. So I'm not a fan of breaking into small groups.
Yeah. Well, 21 days.
Well, I won't be in it.
You don't.
You can tell me about it.
You don't have to watch that over my shoulder.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That was just a little rant. It could be really valuable if you have people who are engaged and into it for sure.
Yeah, and that's the point. And like I said, I totally get it. We do the same thing in my industry, but I might want to do something else.
Yeah. Steve says, I've gained 3 pounds in 6 months. Only weight I have lost lately was from the side effects.
Oh.
Yep. The involuntary cleanses are real. Whoops. My naturopath who is keto recommends GLP-1s. I can't imagine not feeling like eating less than I already don't feel like eating most of the time.
Yeah. I'm kind of with you. I mean, I eat decently, but again, I just don't think I'm a candidate for that. But I think they can be used well.
Sue is late.
Sue.
And
hello.
We are happy to have you whenever you can show up.
Yes. And will we be seeing you tomorrow?
We are going to be in Montello tomorrow at Carrie's meetup.
Yep.
It's not a feast up, but it is a meetup.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're there, say hello.
Yes.
Or even more than that, just talk to us. Where was I? Curtis says, how are there only 8 likes so far? There should be at least 25, as there are 25 of you watching right now.
Thank you, Curtis.
Thank you, Curtis. I don't know how many likes there are. We can't see it in our interface.
No, thank you.
But thank you. Yeah, please do like, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Check to see if you're subscribed to make sure you are. Thank you very much, Curtis. I've had way more positive results from just doing carnivore. This is my last month on Zepbound. Carnivore works way better for me. I'll use the 500 per month for steak.
Yeah. Well, it's a good experiment to have tried, and now you know.
Oh, you know,
yeah. Elizabeth,
how late is she?
Very, very. But we're okay with that.
We're fine. We're happy you're here. And Sue says, I will be there. I'll say hello for sure. Yeah. And Jagatsu says, heart eyes. Thank you for that. I'm not going to say heart eyes 8
all
times.
Those times.
I'm going to cough.
Oh, he's coughing. So I think I've mentioned, Eric has tried everything to get a good night's sleep. For at least 20 years, you've been on the get better sleep path.
We may have mentioned it in almost every video we've done.
Almost every video. I've told you at our other house, we had blackout curtains stapled up on everything. It was crazy. So this house, we've done the same. They're not stapled, but I got some blackout fabric, covered the windows right away. It's been okay. Not attractive. But we finally got our custom draperies ordered. And they know it's got to be tight. We want no cracks, right? And so we got partial order the other day. The drapes aren't done, but the Roman shades are. So I'm like, oh, they look so nice. So it's so nice on that part of the room without the dark fabric. Pull them down. 5:15 the next morning when the sun's rising, I wake up because the blackout shades that we've just bought that are custom are like hanging a white curtain over the window. There is light streaming through. Yes, it's filtered, but it is bright. So anyway, I contacted them. I think they made an error. I checked my daughter's curtains, which are the same. Hers blackout, ours do not. So it's going to be rectified. But even the blackout did not help you.
Not that much, no.
It helps a little.
Tiny little bit.
Yeah. But what did help you?
Stopping eating by 5 p.m.
Yeah. So that leads me to this final, I think this is our final thumbnail, where Dr. Baker says, look at my sleep score, 95 to 23, blue versus red. And he actually takes us through his whole day and what he does and how he exercises, what he eats. And he makes one change. And that is one day he eats his dinner at, I think it was 3 p.m. The next day he eats it at 7 p.m. And his sleep score goes down dramatically. But here's the interesting thing. He snored all night.
After eating close to bedtime?
Yes. And it was the same. It was a steak. I mean, it's Dr. Baker. He's eaten like a pound and a half of 2 pounds of steak or whatever, same thing. And he snored all night. So he's in the same club you are, or you're in the same club as he is.
I don't know, because I didn't know he'd done this experiment.
Yeah.
But we've co-discovered it.
You've co-discovered it.
But I've actually been hearing it repeated frequently in other channels, on other podcasts from other people, that they're discovering the same thing. Finishing eating for the day earlier improves sleep dramatically. Now, why is that? I still do wake at 2 or 3 in the morning,
Mhm.
but I get back to sleep.
Yeah.
And the difference, maybe it's a little cortisol, maybe it's a blood sugar thing, who knows? But yep,
Yeah.
when I'm very diligent about it, I can regularly get more than 7 hours of sleep,
Yeah.
which is just unheard of for me.
And prior to the wedding, a little bit prior to the wedding, it had crept up a little bit, which it does. I think it does in the summer anyway, because it's so light out. We're doing things. And so it had crept up to where you weren't being done till about 6.
Yeah,
And
sleep was bad.
right away, one night he's like, I got to get back on. We've got to be done at 5. And instantly results.
Yep, instant
So
improvement.
crazy. So crazy.
I have not seen that video, but I will watch it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not revolutionary to you, but it was interesting to see him talk about it.
I wish that I'd clipped the thumbnail. I watched one of Kilt's lives
Oh,
this past week, and he interviewed a cattle rancher couple from Florida who were at meat stock.
I'm trying to remember their names, and I'm
And
not.
their names and their ranch are completely escaping me, but they also have a book called The Cow is How, I want to say, which I also don't have, which I need to get. It was a really good interview. It was a really interesting conversation about the cattle industry, and kind of dovetails really well with our interview of Amanda Radke, because it's the same topics from slightly different angle. So I recommend finding that on Kiltz's channel. It was quite good.
I haven't watched a lot of Kilts this week. It just hasn't been in my periphery.
What I watch depends on what pops up on YouTube's home feed, because I don't usually go hunting.
Yeah.
And honestly, I've been watching a lot more about tractors recently. So
Yeah.
not as much carnivore content.
Yeah. I actually do seek out, again, different perspectives. I do seek out Dr. Kiltz if I've been away too long, because I really like his sort of
Keep talking.
okay. I really like his sort of everything's fine. Don't measure. Everything's fine. So I kind of need his calming, don't worry influence every now and again. Yeah. So I do actively search him out. And we'll see him tomorrow, I think. We were just talking about that too.
Because he'll be in Montello.
Yeah, he should be in Montello. He's planning on it anyway. So that'll be nice to connect with him as well. He knew he'd recognized us last at Meat Stock. He recognized us. I don't know if he could have given you a name, but he knew he'd seen us before. And he came up and greeted us. So that was nice. Yeah.
So I had failed to prepare this one, but I've got it loaded up. Last Tuesday, this video came out, 30 Days Carnivore, and it was basically the carnivore diet, what to expect in your first 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
And we just walk week by week what's going to happen to you if you start carnivore. Obviously, we can't predict the future. We just talk in kind of larger patterns that are common.
And what our experiences
Yep.
were. Yeah.
And it actually, people who actually saw it really enjoyed it. So that's what I'll say. So maybe this thumbnail never came past you, but if it did and you watched it, thank you. If it didn't, go find it.
Yeah.
It's a great video. You can watch it on 1.25x to speed up our long pauses. All right.
I've been listening to a bunch of coaching audios the last 2 days, and I've been listening to them all on 1.25.
Yeah.
And like, I was going to see if I could actually, I have to upload them to a website. And I was like, I wonder if I can just put them at 1.25 because it sounded a lot better. It wasn't us. But everyone sounded better at 1.25.
That reminds me. I watched Dr. Westman's interview of Professor Bart Kay.
Yes, you mentioned that.
Which was quite fascinating because Bart actually talks about the persona that he inhabits when he's on YouTube. But anytime Dr. Westman's on, I've got to put it on 1.75. All right, you want to take this? I gotta drink some water.
Okay. Natalie says she stopped at her local Albertsons Safeway on her way home to grab the sale petite New York strip steaks and hamburger. Oh, there's a good sale going on right now. We don't have those in our area.
No Albertsons.
Or Safeway either.
Nasilla says, love the cow picture.
Hey.
That's art by our daughter.
Yes.
Yes. But we did get a comment on a video last week of someone saying they just didn't feel right about us talking carnivore and having the cow there because they thought it was in maybe poor taste to have a representation of the living food there. But, and which was a fair perspective. Yeah. I don't share it. I like having the cow there because I think it's an important reminder of where our food comes from and that we have gratitude and respect for the animals. And we value them. Mm-hmm. And they're delicious.
And our daughter won second prize at the state fair with that thing.
Yeah, she did.
So that was very cool too.
Curtis says, I didn't watch the Buckle Up video for the same reasons Eric didn't. No, we don't want trigger warnings. Unless it's a gun video, in which case it's not a surprise.
No, and if you didn't want to watch the Buckle Up, do not watch Courtney Luna's because it gets way more feminine even in Courtney's video with all those women. Smokey Bear Sue says, I'm bringing my Kilts book to Montello, hoping I will get a chance for him to autograph it. You probably will. He's pretty accessible.
Yep, you'll have no problem.
So as long as he is there,
he will be delighted.
Yes.
I can't do an impersonation because his voice is very deep. Jody says, all your videos are great.
Thank you.
Now that's what I want to hear. Melanie says the 30 Days on Carnivore episode was good. Thank you. Jennifer says 30 Days Carnivore turned up at the perfect time. I just recommitted to Carnivore. Thanks so much.
That warms my heart so much. We never know what video is going to hit, popularity wise, but we are really here to try to help individuals. Yeah. So when we hear that, it makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah. Let's talk about why we're here.
Why are we here?
Because who are we? Novelist.
Oh, life coach.
We're not doctors.
No.
We're not dietitians. We're not really experts. I wasn't a biology major. As a matter of fact, the one science class I took in college, it was called Food and People. It was a nutrition class that emphasized the importance of basing your diet on carbohydrates. So that wasn't very useful.
No.
Although I did learn about the Krebs cycle.
Yeah.
Which all I remember of it is what I just said.
Krebs. It's Krebs.
But we decided to do the channel on a lark because we had been carnivore and we were amazed with what was happening. Mm-hmm. And we wanted to do a project together because that's fun and just share what's happening, model some success so that other people can see it and go, oh, hey, I can do it. Because if those losers can do it, I surely can. There's nothing special about us. We have no extraordinary willpower.
No.
I have certainly not extraordinarily disciplined. I don't have a super good metabolism.
No.
And so really, if I can be successful doing it, even with how kind of dirty carnivore I did it for the first 6 months.
Yeah.
I really just want to encourage people to give it a try. But also we have a spirit of sort of optimism and hopefully a little bit of inspiration. We like to share information as we're learning it, not to educate necessarily, but so much as to share where our explorations are leading. Mm-hmm. We do experiments. We're not as disciplined as Jenny Middich is about her experiments.
No.
I'm not willing to have my blood drawn that frequently.
Every other day.
Or get that many DEXA scans. But it's just a combination of that stuff. Mm-hmm. And mostly we love interacting with you guys on Friday nights and seeing your comments on our videos. It reinforces for us the power of the diet. And it really has helped me stay committed, helped me choose to do certain experiments that maybe I wouldn't have done in the past. And that's kind of why we do the channel.
Mhm.
And we'll keep doing it as long as people show up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I won't do it if people don't show up because that's sad.
No. That's no fun. That is no fun at all.
Elizabeth says,
I agree. Keep the cow.
done.
Steve says you're right about that. I don't think I ever felt so respectful of the meat and dairy farmers until after I went carnivore and went down the rabbit hole of learning. I agree. I agree with that as well. Yeah, that interview with Amanda especially was really a good one.
Yeah.
To really understand. But we are surrounded by farms and we see beeves here and there. And it did give, we grew up here.
Yeah. Lots of dairy cows.
Yeah, lots of dairy too. But we grew up here and I definitely have a different respect and feeling like, man, those leftovers have got to be eaten. You don't waste these leftovers. Yeah.
Jody says, I tried, got a name for the channel. After that, I'm lost. So Jody, if you want to start your YouTube channel, the answer is start. Film on your phone and figure there's an upload thing in studio.youtube.com.
Mhm.
And let us know. We will subscribe and we will watch your videos.
Mhm.
That's true for any of you.
Yes.
If you start a channel or have a channel, let us know. We'll subscribe. We'll watch your videos. Lucilla says, what do you eat to get your omega-3s? I know what you eat to get your omega-3s, and it isn't sardines.
So I don't eat fish for the most part. Let me rephrase that. In the past, I haven't eaten fish. In the future, I may eat lots of fish. And I wasn't really a big proponent of omega-3s either, because I feel like I have this lifelong gag reflex around fish, and maybe my body doesn't want them, is really what I've thought. And I've toyed with omega-3s here and there, but haven't seen any results. Like, okay, why am I taking these? But this, along with moving into the probiotic phase and also getting some lab results where my HSCRP is still not bad, but I always have some low level stuff. So anyway, it was time to do the omega-3 experiment. So now I am having about 3,000 milligrams per day of just Carlson's capsules. So that's a new thing for me, being this consistent and having that much of a dose.
I am not taking omega-3s right now.
Yeah.
I am sort of between two heart docs. We have Dr. Ovadia. Doesn't really feel strongly that omega-3s are necessarily beneficial in people that are metabolically healthy, which I thought I was. I still think I am.
Yeah.
And Dr. William Davis, who thinks omega-3s are essential, especially if you have any family. He is extremely, extremely strong on very high doses. So I eat sardines. I haven't been recently, but that's where I would get my omega-3s. Obviously, there's some in beef. We don't typically eat a lot of grass-fed beef, but that would be where it would be. So that's the answer.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm in a comfortable place with it right now, to be honest.
You've been pretty consistent with omega-3s for a long time.
Yeah.
I have not been. So we kind of flip-flopped. And I do plan on getting some blood labs done in August at some point. And that's one of the things I'll just be checking.
I got really on them after Rhonda Patrick her team released a detailed sort of research paper on it where they looked at a bunch of studies and kind of came up with the consensus answer. And I was like, that was convincing. I read the whole thing and I said, okay, I'll start taking 3,000 milligrams a day. It was some ratio of EPA to DHA. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Jody says, I have a family channel several years old. Been putting carnivore out there as a bit different. It is a little bit different.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Although I have to say, overall, we have not experienced a lot of hate.
Very little.
Yeah.
I just spit a lot.
And again, we're not huge. We're not a huge channel. So our viewership is fairly small, but
growing, because everybody who's watching is going to make sure they're subscribed
mhm,
and they're going to give us a like.
yeah.
Unless they didn't like it, in which case, I don't know why they're still here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I agree. If you have any inclination to make a channel, you don't have to build a channel. Uploading just a video or two about your progress or some insights or things you've learned, those can rise when somebody searches on those terms and be a resource for one person who's looking for one specific case, and they might be able to find it and learn something from
And
your
then they'll
experience.
say, your video came at just the right time.
Yep. I love that. All right. It's an hour and 10 minutes in, JJ.
Yes. And our daughter's home from work. So I'm looking forward
Yep.
to seeing her. So she doesn't love that we do this when she gets home.
Yeah.
We usually have a little, how was your day? And so, yeah. She doesn't love
Well,
it,
with that,
but we'll get it. So yeah,
every day stronger.
every day more blessed.
JJ and Eric, their lipids are high. Their doctors are worried they're both gonna die. Is LDL harmless? They sure hope it's so. It's the JJ and Eric Carnivore Show. Salad is toxic, seed oils are doom. They rub on tallow like greasy perfume. Ribeyes and bacon, that's all they know. It's the JJ and Eric Carnivore Show. No wheat, no kale, they're laughing at greens. 18-hour fasts are their favorite routines. Sugars for suckers, they're chomping on fat. Streaming to you live from a tallow vat. Eric's got muscles, JJ's got zen. They're coming to chat with their carnivore friends. So toss out the lettuce, embrace the beef glow.